AC on, but fuck it, dude. I'm gonna put on this blanket anyways.
Yup.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and the need of air conditioning. My name is Brent, aka Buwap. I'm here with my man Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Hey, did you know I was so close to buying the Nintendo Labo? I really wanted to try the fishing rod. But then I was like thinking, I was like looking at it and I was like, oh man, it's bundled with all the other Labos, and plus I think there's only like one game for that cardboard thing. But I was like, dang it, if I can like play Stardew Valley with that Labo thing, I think I would have bought it. Just for the fishing rod.
That's the next level, dude. The VR Stardew Valley, where you're just like, you have a pickaxe, dude.
Oh, I know. Cardboard pickaxe. Maybe I really want to be a farmer in real life, but without the hardcore work. But I've been watching Terrace House too.
Oh wait, I haven't seen it, dude. No spoilers.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man.
Gotcha. I just need tables to flip, but yeah, gotcha.
Shit, how many more episodes came out?
I think it's up to episode 16. I think it left off at 11.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, they're bumping those out now.
The link I showed you. I was like, whoa, what happened? It went from 11 to 16, but yeah, I don't know how I binged through all of it, but yeah, you should definitely check that out.
You know what I'm doing this afternoon?
But other than that, I've been watching anime a lot, because my job, I've been working a lot more harder because of lazy people in my field. So, so I've just been too tired to play games this week. I've just been watching anime. I've actually checked out Sword Art Online, the Gunslinger, and I think it's pretty good.
Really,
Have
dude?
you seen it yet?
I've only seen the first episode.
If you can get past the first couple, I guess the first episode. If you can get past the first episode, that is, it's pretty interesting. It strays away from the whole, Kirito and Asuna and all that jazz, but yeah, the Gunslinger is interesting anime. I don't know if I can keep my interest for so long, but other than that, I've been watching Darling in the France, and I think that's a Netflix anime or something.
Really? Netflix they've been coming out with a bunch of anime recently, huh?
Yeah,
like exclusive to Netflix too.
Exactly, and I've noticed that. I was like, what is going on? I guess they started to realize that they have a strong anime fan base, and there's a lot of people that like to watch anime. And I noticed it on Hulu too. Like, they're coming out with so many different animes that are releasing in Japan, and as soon as they release, it's already like on Hulu. And I was like, wow.
Like as soon as they come out, dude?
Yeah, because before it used to be like they had to buy the licensing, and then later, and then this, like I think a year later, a couple months later, then they have the full episodes. But now they're just releasing as soon as they get the episodes, which is cool and all. So, also, I've been training a lot for these couple of weeks, and then one of the guys I've been training, he became my partner, and I found out like he likes anime. And at
in your
first
job,
like,
right? I thought you were training in like Monster Hunter or something, or
no,
Street Fighter. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Rick's getting ready for a tournament,
man. But yeah, it turns out like I found out he likes anime, and I was like, okay, let me start testing the waters. Let's see how much anime he likes. He started mentioning a lot of anime I did not recognize, and I watched a shit ton of anime. And I was like showing him my list of anime. I was like, all right, I watch a lot of this and that. And he's like, oh, cool, I watched that too. And he's like, have you checked out this? And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? I was like, oh my god. So basically, I thought, I was on the level of Weeaboo, but he takes the cup. He's cool. He's cool. Please don't listen to this podcast. But yeah, he's gonna be dressing up as he's gonna be cosplaying for the Anime Expo, and he's like going all 4 days. And I was like, maybe I might meet you there. Like, I might go one day.
Rick will be in his cosplay too and be like, "Oh, dude."
But yeah, and then one thing I saw was, remember that anime I was talking about where they're playing Monster Hunter on the Switch?
Oh yeah.
That's an actual Monster Hunter game on the Switch. I saw it on the Play Asia store.
What?
It's only in Japan. Yeah, I was like,
way.
oh my god. You know, if they just need to bring Monster Hunter World to the Switch, that would be great. Please do that. I would love to play that game. You know, I would start my character, another character all over. But yep, that's been my week so far.
Dude, you guys need to come up. I don't want to discriminate and say you anime people, but weeabos, dude, weebs, man, you guys need to come up with like a safe word, dude. You know what I mean? Where if you're unsure, because that's weird. That's that weird territory where you don't want to tell someone, "Oh, I like anime." Like that's fucking weird. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys should come up with a safe word. You know, like I don't know, Yankee pineapple or something. And if someone says Yankee pineapple and you understand what they're saying, then you're like, oh, dude, this guy's into anime too. You know what I mean?
You'll be like, oh, man, have you tried that Yankee pineapple?
But then, you know, if it's someone who's totally not into anime and just doesn't know, you say Yankee pineapple to them and you're like, what? And you're like, oh, sorry, I just had a stroke real quick. I mean, I don't know what I just said.
Or maybe we can make like duck sounds or like quack quack. They're like, oh yeah, yep, that's anime right there.
That guy watches anime right there, dude. Something. You need a safe word, dude. But earlier you're talking about the Switch and the Labo, right? It's so funny, man. I just got back home from grocery shopping at Costco. Shout out to Terrace House, by the way. I'm going on Costco dates. Well, while I was out there was this kid playing on his Switch with fucking Dr. Dre beats on, dude, like the full on, like probably $300 ones.
Wow.
And he had lime green Joy-Con.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that at Play Asia. They're having a sale. I don't know if it's still going on though.
First thing that comes back to my mind is like, man, if this was like, I don't know, 20 years ago, I would have stole the shit out of his stuff, dude. I would have gone back to, you know, my scumbag phase, dude. Don't you ever sometimes get those flashbacks of where you would go back in time to like those your scumbag impulses phase? Yeah, well, I won't say that, Rick. You've probably never been a scumbag a day in your life, man.
Yeah, never. I don't. Yeah.
But I've definitely stolen stuff. I've definitely, you know, hurt people's feelings and not been sarcastic about it, just to like really try to hurt their feelings, dude. So like in my mind, I went back, I was like, oh, kid, if it was 20 years ago, if it was 1998, man, I would have definitely stolen your Joy-Cons
and booked it.
Like never would have gone to that Costco ever again. I was grocery shopping, I would have left all my groceries there, dude. I would have just taken the Joy-Cons and maybe the headphones and just pieced out, dude. But dude, those are sick, man. And Joy-Cons are expensive though, aren't they? Aren't they like $80, dude?
Dude, they're $80, but last time I saw on Play Asia, they were 70 or $60. I saw the Mario ones I want, which are like pure red, and I was so close to buying it, but I was like, you know what? Do I really need more Joy-Cons? What I really need is more games on this Switch.
No shit, dude.
Dude, I already bought like 2 different cases for my Switch, and I was like, okay, I'm buying all these accessories. I don't have a lot of games still.
Oh man, dude. But yeah, that was just funny having those scumbag flashbacks, dude. I was such a bad kid, dude, coming up, man. I remember in middle school, someone stole my calculator, right? Like one of those fancy graphing calculators or whatever. And I remember, here's young Brent snitching and saying, teacher, that person stole my calculator, right?
Oh shit, yeah.
And they were slick. They hid it somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And the teacher was like, oh wow, there isn't a calculator here. What are you saying, Brent? And I was like, all right, bitch, I'll find it myself. So I think the person had my calculator for maybe a month, and the whole time I was plotting. I was like, okay, there's going to be a moment where I'm going to be able to steal this calculator back, right? So whatever, dude, just like the guy in Konosuba, you know, Steelu, I steal the calculator back. so flagrant with it. You know, there's a hard equation on the board or whatever, and the teacher asks someone to figure it out. And I sit across from the person that stole my calculator. I was like, "Oh, I got you, teacher." Take out my calculator in their face and start typing in the equation and stuff. You should have seen the look on that person's face, man. You're like, "What?" What were they gonna do? Snitch? No, it wasn't their calculator in the first place, bitch ass. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
You're all waving it in front of
Yeah,
them. No!
Oh man, dude, you're such a bad kid back then, man. But yeah, dude, I'm in the same boat as you with the fucking Switch games, dude. I only have 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've played all of 3 hours of Zelda, dude.
Oh no, yeah, I was thinking about getting that one next, or maybe Galgun.
You just want the screen cleaner, man? You just need something to clean your screen with, man?
Yeah.
Dude, I got microfiber cloth for you, man. You don't have to buy, shit that looks like panties, dude.
That would be so awkward to have that shit, you know?
Dude.
It's like, how do you defend that, you know?
You know who would appreciate it? Your fucking coworker, man. You're just like at work, dude, on the bus and shit, and you're like, "Oh, our equipment's dirty." You take out your little Galgun panty fucking screen cleaner thing and wipe it off. He's like, "Oh, dude,
the
that's
tablet."
sick." I know. He fucking has them too, but they're different colors. He's like, "Look at mine."
Yeah, at that point, I was like, I need a new partner.
That should be your guys' safe word. Well, not even a word. You guys are just, if you expect or suspect someone of being into anime, you just take out your little panty screen cleaner, dude. It's like an anime membership coin.
I'd be more concerned if they did do that. Oh my god.
It's like sell those individually, dude. Oh man, dude, we need to go to Japan, man. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
They probably sell those like legit panty
Dude.
screen cleaners, like in the fucking
Vending machines.
Yeah,
They do. I seen it.
Holy shit, man. That's too funny. So 2 weeks ago, the Avengers released, man. So we're going full spoiler mode.
I thought that was last week.
Was it last week? It was last week. Holy shit. Time goes by super fast or super slow. But anyways, you've had enough time to watch the Avengers, man. And Rick and I just got to talk about it, dude.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so spoiler tags. If you haven't seen it yet, get the hell. Just pause, turn it off, or fast forward a little bit. Because we got to talk about it, man. And how great that movie was, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And just how everybody died.
Well, that's a big one.
Yeah, but I mean, you can see what they're doing, and it's so genius how they're doing it, right? Where, first and foremost, this movie isn't about the Avengers at all, dude. This movie is solely about Thanos, right?
Which I love.
Yeah, which is fucking amazing. Which is why you can't be upset at the ending. You know what I mean? He did what he wanted to do. He is sitting there and he won. You know, the movie's about Thanos. He has to have the good ending, and he has his good ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
like I remember when he was saying in the middle of the movie, like he's like, "Why do you want to do this?" He's like, "Or what are you gonna do after you collect all the stones?" And he was like, "I'm just gonna sit and watch the sunset." And I believe that's how it happened.
What he did. Yeah. He said he was gonna do it, and he did it, man. Yeah. And that's fine, you know. I don't have a problem with it being the Thanos movie. That's actually fucking amazing. We don't need another Avengers movie. The past 10 years, dude, we've been out here watching Avengers movies, right? We know Iron Man's backstory. He's had 3 movies. Yep. We know Captain America's backstory. He's had 3 movies. We know Thor's backstory. He's had a couple movies. You know what I mean? Each of the Avengers have had their 2 to 6 hours to shine. You know what I mean? We don't give a fuck about them anymore. Yeah. What we really care about is what Thanos is doing, how he's going to do it, and why he's going to do it. And all of that was explained in Infinity War, right? He just...
Perfectly, too.
Yeah. It explains why he wants the Infinity Stones, what he's going to do with them once he gets them. You know what I mean? And his journey there, they concentrate on all that shit. You know what I mean? There's a point at the end when I think the Scarlet Witch kills what's his name? Vision, and she's crying, and Thanos rolls up and is like, "I understand how you feel," and she's like, "No, you don't." You know what I mean? Because we know how Scarlet Witch feels. She lost her brother against Ultron, and now she just lost this dude that she loves in Vision, who she killed like right in front of him. Thanos knows exactly how she feels, right? An hour ago, he just killed his favorite daughter. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not like it was an easy ride for him that was without sacrifice. I mean, he went through some trials and tribulations going through his journey to try and eliminate half the world or half humanity, right?
It's destiny.
Yeah, right. And it's not for nothing either. He's doing it because in his mind it's the right thing to do. And they explain that because from his experience on his planet, they took it all until it was waste, right? It was just overpopulated. There was too many people taking all of the natural resources, and their planet just went to waste after that. He wants to prevent that for everybody and cut the population in half so that there is enough to go around, right? That's how he explained it to Gamora too, where if he didn't do what he did on her planet to her people, they would have just been extinct too, because they would have run out of food, water, the whole joint, right?
Yep.
So they did a very good job explaining Thanos' motives, why he wanted to do it, man. And you can't really hate on him for saying, "Oh man, it was a bad ending. I didn't like that movie." You can't fucking say that, dude. It was a great ending because the person who it's about won at the end of the day, right? Thanos got to hang out and snap his fingers, do the step. You could do it all by yourself, man, and he did. So it was amazing. The only thing I'm upset about is how they killed off his homies just like super quick, dude.
Oh,
those
like
guys.
The guy that controls, I think, metal or something like that, and then
yeah,
he like flew out the spaceship.
Yeah, which amazing. I think if you've seen Aliens, you know where that's from because they could not kill that alien. You know what I mean? So they just bumped him out into space. So amazing reference. But dude, they gave those guys no backstory. They were just there to get killed. You know what I'm saying? Like one's an expert assassin. That one guy has like telekinesis and can control metal and stuff. And then the big dude, he's just big. He was just someone that had enough power to fight Hulk if he needed to, right?
Yeah.
That was funny when his arm got chopped off, by the way. That just happened so quick, dude. But I feel like I'm talking too much, man. Was there anything you didn't like about the movie? I know it's your favorite of the Marvel movies, right?
Yes, it is. It's my most favorite Marvel movie, and it's just like you're saying, it's just focusing on Thanos or a different perspective. You know, you always think you're rooting for the heroes. Of course you are, but it's just like you have to build up defeat first in order to be able to come back strong, and that's the natural rhythm or formula they use in like hero movies. Is like first you have to feel like everything is impossible or we can't do this. There's like that dead end kind of feel. But now it's just like we're hopeful for the second movie, so we have to have like that seed of hope that things can be turned around, and it will. It seems like it will, at least. And I was like theorizing like maybe they can turn things around if they had the time stone again. Rewind to the people where they all
way too easy though, dude.
It would be way
too convenient.
And I think what Doctor Strange saw was that, but I think even though that's a possibility, I have a feeling that something will be sacrificed in the end in order to be able to go that far with the time stone. Like maybe all of the Avengers or most of the Avengers have to remain killed off in order to have enough efficient power for the time stone to rewind time or so. I don't know how the time stones work, but basically something like that. And and I've also noticed too, it's like what happened to like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I know there's an upcoming movie coming out. So maybe they're still alive, and then at the end when Nick Fury summoned, was that Captain Marvel? Yeah, so I wonder if there's gonna be not an A team but a B team that's gonna come back and try to stop Thanos. And even though Thanos has all of the stones, the Infinity Stones, so it's like, how do you stop something that's that much powerful when they couldn't stop them when he only had 2 stones at the time? So I don't know if it's reconnaissance mission or like sneaking, but I just want to see how they're gonna find that way to be able to bring Thanos down. If not, then okay, I guess he won. He truly won in the second movie too.
Yeah, no shit. No. I mean, we already know how Infinity War 2 is gonna end, right?
It's gonna be on a good note.
They're gonna turn back time. Everybody's come back to life, and then it's gonna go back to that scene where what's his name, Thanos finishes the Infinity Gauntlet with all the stones. But instead of Thor hitting him in the chest, he's gonna hit him in the head with the axe, dude. We already know what's gonna happen, dude. And he's like, "Oh, for the head this time, bitch." You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the tagline for Infinity War 2. We already know how this is gonna end. But you're right, dude. The path on getting there is gonna be good. And then if you look at the bigger picture too, right? I mean, they made the Avengers. Shit happened where Tony Stark and them kind of left the Avengers, and then even more after that, they started the Accords where that causes civil war, essentially, right? So this whole time, even up until this movie, Iron Man and Captain America have beef. Like the crews that were with them still have beef. You know what I'm saying? So look who's left alive. The original Avengers. You got Captain America, the Hulk is still there. Thor is still hanging out. Black Widow's still hanging out. And Tony Stark is still hanging out. So in the big picture, they're resolving the story from Civil War, right? They're going to get the old crew back together, say, I hated you, but we got to avenge something because we're the Avengers. And that's how they're going to get back together and beat Thanos. They're all going to come back together as one, which is crazy if you think about it, right? Because Civil War didn't really end on a particularly good note either. I mean, the crew was all smashed up. And you go through 3 more movies before you get the crew back together. Holy shit. Look at the fucking foresight for that to happen, dude. That's so crazy. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to plan that shit out. Let's just say that, dude. How random was it with that fucking, what's his name was there from Captain America? What was his name? Red Hood, Red Skull?
Red Skull. That was completely random. That's what I was like. How did he get there? You said that.
Fucking sense to me, dude.
Yeah, he got there. He says he was trying to get the stones, but couldn't. The stones didn't let him, so now they forced him to have that kind of fate or something like that.
Now his role is to be a fucking tour guide, dude.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
I would have much rather have had some random voice tell Thanos to get the soul stone, you have to kill the one you love. You know what I mean? There was no reason. Like, sure, Red Skull gets pulled into a wormhole at the end of Captain America, whatever. So he could have ended up there, fine. That's totally logical, I guess. But I would have been way more happier if you didn't bring him in. I think that was the moment in the theater where I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Captain America has to be one of the lower ranked Marvel films, right? Like Captain America wasn't as good as Iron Man, wasn't as good as Thor and shit. So I don't think that one was on too many people's radars when they were rewatching the Marvel series, dude. That was probably the nap break time section of that marathon, dude, for them. So a lot of people were like, what the fuck, when he rolled up on screen, dude. But yeah, man, great movie. Cannot complain about too much. Like I said, I think the only thing that fucked me up was Red Skull. Some of the comedic moments were rushed, I think, because there was some funny shit that happened in that movie. But you gotta have that pause, you know what I mean? Where after you tell a joke, you give the audience time to laugh and shit. But there were a couple times in the movie where, they said a joke and then they immediately picked up on the dialogue again. So you miss like 2 things, you know what I'm saying? So that happened a couple times. They could have fixed up that, but I don't know, man. And
I'm guessing that's when they were talking about Thor, or
maybe. I don't remember specifically. But I know because that one where fucking Drax is like, look, I'm invisible, guys. I'm not moving.
Oh,
that was fucking hilarious. And that might have been like 5 seconds too long of him trying to eat that fucking potato chip or whatever he was eating, dude.
Master the art of invisibility.
How long have you been standing there? An hour. I'm practically invisible. That Mantis just rolls up and sees him. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Fuck fucking Star-Lord, man. He had like every opportunity to prevent anything from happening, dude.
I know.
He fucked it
I
up
was like,
twice.
why?
Man.
I can understand maybe shoot him in the chest or shoot him in the face, but he's like he had to use the handle and hit the. Didn't he like hit the hands of what's her name's? She was controlling Thanos' mind.
He hit Thanos in the face when they were trying to put Thanos to sleep, and that was
and then
when
she recoiled backwards.
Yeah, that probably woke him up too. So it's fucking trash, man. And he does that for everything. I feel like in every movie. He just fucks up like that, you know what I mean? And they have to make up for it. So, yeah, trash character, dude. We need to get Star-Lord the fuck out of here, man.
I remember that was your favorite movie, too.
I know, man, but fuck Star-Lord, dude. He never learns. He's had 2 movies to learn that you can't just have your gut reaction and act upon it, you know what I mean? You gotta think things out, dude. And sure, you want to know what happened to your girlfriend, but goddamn, dude. Come on, we're trying to save the universe here, bro. But yeah, man, great movie. One of my coworkers who's really into comic books told me that he liked the movie too. You know, he's an older guy, so he was reading the comic books as he was coming up. And he said he liked the movie, which is good, dude. If someone who's really into the comic book lore is into the movie, that says something too. But he said that Thanos just doesn't have this ideal mindset where he wants people to have resources. That's not his motivation in the comic books. I get his guess his motivation in the comic books is the goddess of death or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he just wants to kill half of humanity so she can be happy with all of her dead souls and shit. So ultimately, dude, Thanos is just doing it for the pussy in the comic books, dude. Holy shit.
Well, good thing he changed it.
I kind of wish she was in the movie.
Really?
I would have related to Thanos way more, dude. I know what it's like to, you know, try to do anything for the vagina, man. I'm with you, Thanos. You don't have to be this idealistic crazy, man. If you want to do it for the vagina, all more power to you, dude. That'd be so funny if she pops up in the second movie. You know what I mean? Where you know how the first movie ended, he's like sitting there. If in the second movie she just like wraps her arm around him and she's like, "Good job," I'll be like, "Oh, dude, let's go."
Damn, yeah.
That's too funny, man. But yeah, man, Avengers, good times. I'm about to watch it again, dude, because it's out there on the internet, dude. If you look for it, I'm not gonna tell you where, but Google's a great tool, dude.
But I still recommend actually watching it in theaters.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, man. Not in the front row.
Oh yeah, exactly. The first time I watched it, we got like last minute tickets, and you know I was watching it with my family, and we were at the very front row, but you can't really see all of the screen, so you have to look left and right to capture everything that's on the screen. And basically, we were laying down, and then the second time we watched it, you know, I got perfect seats right in the middle, and it was just like perfect view of like everything. It was 3D and all that. But the thing is, what was annoyed me for the first 10 minutes of the movie, there was a tall motherfucker, like a tall guy. It wasn't an afro, but he had like really big curly hair, and he was sitting directly in front of me, and he wouldn't recline his chair for the life of him. So he was just the only guy sitting upwards, and you could see like his hair was blocking the entire screen. So I was like pretty annoyed at that. And then 10 minutes later, I don't know for what reason, he decides to switch with his group, which was like a switch with somebody who was like 2 seats down from him.
Oh, nice.
And then whoever was, you know, sitting behind that guy, I was like, I feel bad for you because now you have to sit there for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
You mind controlled him, dude.
I was about to start kicking his chair, like, fucker, you know, like, lay down or something.
I've definitely done that before, man. Where it's like, if someone's head is too high, man, I'll cross my legs, dude. You know, you cross your legs, you have to kick one leg out to put it over your other leg.
Yeah.
Just kick the person in the head. Oh, my bad, dude. My bad.
Sorry. I had my sweaty feet.
I was crossing my leg, dude. My bad. I've definitely done that move before, but that's funny, man. R.I.P.
Yeah.
to the guy 2 seats down from you, dude. How wild is that opening scene, though? Huh? With all the dead Asgardians and stuff in their ship.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, the whole Ragnarok movie was them, saving their civilization. And, you have the leftover survivors from that planet. And then I was like, okay, maybe they can take them to Earth or something. But nope, all of them were all dead.
Yeah, Thanos killed them all anyways, dude. And then,
goddamn,
you know what I mean? They're just walking through the bodies, and then you just see this random body like kind of twitching on the ground, and it's fucking Thor, dude. What an introduction, man!
I was like,
what an introduction.
Because I thought it was like Star-Lord,
some random,
just controlling a random ship, and he's gonna meet up with them. But nope, I was like, I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, crazy opening. But yeah, dude, great movie. Gotta watch it again. Any final thoughts on Avengers before we leave it, dude?
Watch that movie because it's awesome. Watch it. Oh, wait, we like spoiled all of it.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Watch it again.
You had your chance to leave, though. And R.I.P. Okay, my last thing, dude. How is it that, I don't know, when Black Panther and it's not even anybody else. It's just Black Panther. When he disappears, he just disappears, dude. There's nothing. He just tells old girl, hey, this is no place to die. And he just disappears, all right? He's gone. How come Spider-Man had to milk his shit and be like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. He had the time to realize he was dying before he disappeared. That was purely a movie move. And I don't appreciate it, dude. You were like trying to pull the tears out of people's eyes for that one, dude. And I was mad because it fucked up with the consistency. You know what I mean? I mean, Bucky said 2 words. He's like, "Yo, what's Captain America's real name?" Steve
Rogers.
Yeah, he was like Steve, and then he just disappears. So he had maybe 2 words to say. Same thing. Black Panther had 2 words to say. Falcon, whatever his name is, he was just fucking laying there like, oh, I guess I'm disappearing, whatever, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you give Spider-Man like 5 minutes to disappear? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I think my gripe with that movie, just remembering, I think it might have been just Scarlet Witch, like not destroying the stone way before Thanos came. I think that could have been avoided if she destroyed that stone.
Yeah.
Or like, I was like thinking it back too, like how did Doctor Strange? Did you watch that movie?
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Like how he was able to rewind time with Dormammu?
Oh yeah,
like until he gave up. How come he couldn't do that with Thanos?
That's true. Yeah.
Is it because he had the gauntlet?
He had the other stones. Yeah, he probably could have fucked him up with the other stones. And remember, he already saw all other 15 million ways that all that shit went down, right? But there was only the one way that it could have been resolved for their favor, which is why I think he gave him the time stone to save Tony Stark's life, because in the only scenario where they win, Tony Stark had to be alive, right?
So I guess the original Avengers have to be alive.
Yeah, for it to go through. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I mean, he's a fucking android essentially, right? I mean, his consciousness can just be transferred over to another body. Get the fuck out of here, Scarlet Witch.
Exactly. You put it on a USB drive.
I know, dude. Who cares? He isn't the fucking time stone, dude. He's Jarvis. And what's his name put together, dude? Ultron. Yeah, that is funny, man.
Oh, second gripe. I think this is my last one, though. But
okay.
Do you remember when Vision tried shooting his laser beam from the stone, but one of the minions, whatever, blocked it with his staff?
Oh, yeah. When they were in Ireland or whatever? When they first got attacked? Yeah.
Yeah, how come that staff is able to block that stone? I thought the stone was supposed to be the most powerful thing in the universe.
See, man? No backstory on those guys, so we'll never know. Maybe his fucking spear is god tier. Maybe, Tyrion Lannister made it, so it's like a god tier weapon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that joke too when he was like, "You could die, boy," or something like that, and Thor was like, "Oh, I might die or something like that," and he's like, "Oh, that's what killing means."
That was so random. How, you know what I mean? Tyrion's in that movie, and they make them all like, huge, dude.
Huge.
Oh man. So yeah, good times. I guess the last thing to tie this in to video games, dude, is that entire final scene where they're in Wakanda. Thanos finally arrives on Earth, and you know it's in the middle of him trying to get to, what do you call it, to Vision, to get the stone, right? Meanwhile, everybody's trying to hold him off, and he's just using the gauntlet on everybody.
Yeah.
In my head, the entire time, dude, whenever he used the gauntlet on somebody, in my head it was like Reality Stone, Time Stone, Soul Stone, just like fucking Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking the whole time, dude. Just the announcer in the background. If Thanos himself called it out, you know what I mean? Space Stone, Reality Stone, whatever he shoots somebody with.
Dude, that would have been legit too.
I would have been fucking dying, dude. The fact that he didn't say that at all. It kind of annoys me, man. That would have been so great. But maybe, you know, they had to put it in slow motion, play the sappy music in the background, you know what I mean, just to make the weight of that scenario that much more harder. But it would have been funny. Maybe, you know, when they turn back in time with the time stone and go back to that, we could hear Thanos saying that shit.
He's probably saying it in his head.
I just need to hear one time somebody use the space stone and say Space Stone. Oh man, that would be too funny. But yeah, dude, what else happened? Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer this week.
Yeah.
You get a chance to check it out. How many times you watch it, man? Less than 100?
Probably 5 times.
Dude, I watched that thing for way longer than I should have. I think I watched that trailer like 20 times, and then after that I watched like 5 breakdown videos, dude, that were like an hour long each.
Holy crap. Damn.
But yeah, what were your thoughts on it, man? Did it get you more excited for the game, or?
Yeah, it's just like I would like to be outlaws in that era, and I was like hoping to see John Marston, like, you know, the way he became famous or the way he got kicked out of the gang, and see more clips on that. Because how did he get kicked out of the gang, and why?
I think so. Just for me, in my head canon is that because we see a little bit of it in the trailer, right? He's like, they're holding a knife to his throat, dude. Some people are holding a knife to his throat. So I'm guessing that like someone is threatening the gang, like, you know, you better come out here or we'll kill your boy or something like that. You know what I mean? And maybe they don't go out there and help John, you know? So he's like, fuck you guys. You didn't back me up. I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That, or maybe Abigail gets in his ear, you know, his wife. She was in the trailer too, and you could tell she was not happy with the way they were living their life. Yeah. So maybe, you know, they just get together and they're like, yeah, we're better off without him, and just do their own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because he said that the gang abandoned him. Remember? Yeah. I think in one of the commercial trailers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. So then maybe it is. I think it's scenario A, where, you know, he got caught and they try to use him as like bait to get the rest of the gang out to try and save him, and they don't come and save him. So John Marston's like, fuck all y'all, I'm out of here, you know, because he's in the trailer, you know. It's pretty cool. They have him with his stitches and steel, so you can see where his scars came from. So we're gonna see where John Marston's scars come from, dude. It'll be crazy. Exactly. I think that's what I'm most excited about too, is getting more backstory on everybody. But I'm just super nervous for the game. I think because I did not like Grand Theft Auto 5, where they emphasized so much on you switching characters within a mission. I do not want to do that between 7 people, dude. Fuck that, man.
Oh, you mean like between the 3 of you?
Yeah, yeah.
I do like telling each story.
Yeah, I don't want that, dude. I want a singular story through a singular set of eyes, dude. I do not want to be switching between 7 different characters.
You don't want to be Bill?
Mission.
What was his name? Bill
Williamson?
Bill, yeah,
Fuck
Bill
no.
Williamson.
Fuck Bill. I'd rather be Javier Escuela. Wasn't that the other guy's name in Mexico? Nah, man. But I hope, we just stay with, what's his name? With Morgan or whoever the guy from the first trailer was. I would just stick with him, dude, and see how the whole story plays out through his eyes, man. I'd hate for it to be mixed up like that. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm nervous about. I just want it to be a singular story, and that's it. Maybe they give you a choice in the end on something, but I don't want it to be anything too wild where you have to play the game 5 different ways to get 5 different outcomes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm nervous about. But yeah, this trailer for sure got me more hyped. Do you think they'll be at E3? I don't think they'll be at E3.
I think they will be at E3.
Yeah?
They have to be at E3. They're probably going to show another different trailer, and then that's it. They're going to be like, no more trailers until October or something.
That's true. Rockstar's pretty consistent with those. Because remember when Grand Theft Auto 5 was coming out? Maybe a month before it actually came out, they had those trailers where it's not even a trailer. They're just showing gameplay, and there's like a narrator explaining the different mechanics behind the game, right?
Yeah.
You remember that one? I remember that one because at the end of it, there was like, and we're not even talking about Grand Theft Auto Online. Wait for the next trailer to see more about that. And it's a guy in his penthouse, and there's like a fucking jet flying through like the sky and shit like that, man. But when that came out, there was nothing else like it. And we're like, whoa, no way, dude. And then we actually play the game, and you just get run over by a tank every second.
I know, and they shoot pretty good accurately. Shot me out of the sky.
I know, man. But I don't know. I don't know if I need to see multiplayer for this right now. You can wait until September for that. I don't know what you'd need to show at E3 either. So I don't count on them being at E3, really. One can hope, though. You can hope, man. I'm not going to dog on you for that. I'm just mad at the negativity that people are putting towards the trailer, saying, oh, this trailer sucked. They're not even showing anything. Yeah, I know. Get the fuck out of here. I know some people want Grand Theft Auto Online, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. They want to see how Battle Royale is going to fit in there. Fuck you, man. We don't need to concentrate on that right now. Sell a story. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at them for trying to sell the story when God of War, a single-player story-based game, just sold like 3 million copies. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at them for trying to copy that formula, man. So
what if they're just trolls? They really want the game, but they just want to make other people mad, so they're posting random shit.
And then I lose, dude. They beat me because I legit just got worked up about it, dude. They win. Fucking trolls, man. Can't trust the internet for shit no more, dude. But yeah, dude, excited for that. How many 5 months, dude? Just put me, like I said in our group chat, dude, just put me in cryo sleep until October, man.
What about Project Octopath?
Oh, that's true. See, but until then, oh wait, Dark Souls Remaster's coming out.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Okay. Because we were just talking about how I'm struggling to find a game to play. But speaking of games to play, man, what have you been playing this week, dude?
Just your typical Monster Hunter. I think the Cove event ended, and there was the Devil May Cry event after that. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I tried out Kirby, which was pretty cool actually on the Switch.
Oh, what?
And yeah, you actually get like four different partners or people that help you, NPCs that help you out, and they're your companions. And what they do is, I thought they would just follow you and attack whatever, but some of them have like interesting perks, like the fire. Like if you have a sword on Kirby, mm-hmm. and you have a fire companion, and all of your other companions has swords, you just like it's like a perk or a skill that you can have them light all of your guys' swords on fire. And then it turns into a fire weapon, and it does like different attacks. Same thing with like ice, you turn your sword into ice, and you can freeze everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty interesting. I only played up to the first level. I was thinking about picking that up, and picking up the Donkey Kong game that's coming out too on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like next month or something like that. But anyways, I've been playing Final Fantasy again, Brave Exvius, and I know that Xenogears is not going to be coming down, so I might just stop it altogether because we ended up getting Dragon Quest. For those who like Dragon Quest, hop on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. You know, it's an event going on with that stuff. I've been getting nothing but slime as one of my teammates every day. I'm like, I don't need more than one, you know. And it ended up like seven slimes in my inventory, which could be people. But picked up Gravity Rush for that Golden Week sale.
Oh, on PlayStation.
That's going on. Yeah, it was like $8, and I haven't played Gravity Rush surprisingly, even though that's the game that I really wanted because I remember that game was on like
the
full
Vita
retail price. Yeah, on Vita, full retail price for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why that game never went down in price. It was just because it was that good and people rated it and was raving about it, and they're still buying it at that price. So finally picked that up. So hopefully I might start that this weekend. I'm just trying to get you to play Terraria with me.
Dude, we spent 200 hours in Starbound, man.
Exactly. We're going to spend another 200 hours in Terraria. That's exactly why.
That's funny, man. You know what? I'm surprised that Gravity Rush didn't take off as much as it did. I mean, I think there's Gravity Rush 2, and there's a Gravity Rush like spin-off too from one of the side characters. I played a little bit of that game on my Vita, and the mechanics are pretty sick, dude. How you can
I bet.
Like turn off gravity on yourself so you're floating, and then you turn on gravity towards a surface. So your gravity is centered on whatever surface you choose. You know what I mean? So it could be on a wall, and you could be walking sideways while everybody's walking on the ground and shit like that. At the same time, that's how you attack enemies, right? Is if there's an enemy floating in the air, you can magnetize towards something behind him and then just kick him. So the combat and the gameplay is super fun. I'm surprised there wasn't a lot more stuff like it. Then again, it's pretty specific. So I think if someone did bite off a Gravity Rush, everybody would just say, "Oh, you're just biting off Gravity Rush." So, but no, that's a good game, dude. I'm surprised too that it has never been on sale like that for a while. So
for a while, and you know, I was looking at the DLCs. I think at the time when it still didn't go down in price, each costume cost $5 just to have one costume. I was like, oh my god. And I think there's a recent costume for number 2, and it's the Nier costume. For the girl from Nier. I'm like, man, I might spend a little bit extra, but yeah, I'm going to start playing that game soon.
Did you play Nier yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
That one's on sale too. It's $30.
I know, man. I saw that. That one, Persona, and Final Fantasy.
Persona.
I still haven't got Final Fantasy either. I was supposed to buy that on my PC, but I haven't had a chance to buy it yet. So you're saying Persona over everything?
Yeah, for now.
Persona's like what, 25
bucks?
Yeah.
25 bucks?
Something like that.
Dude, you gotta get that game, man.
All right, man. All right. I've kind of been playing the same stuff you've been playing, man. Oh, no, I haven't. I played a little bit of Monster Hunter. Did the Kulve event. I feel like I have everything that I want from Kulve, really. I got all his armor. Got the weapons that I want. Or I guess... Is there a list? Is there a list out of what weapons you can get from Kulve?
Shoot, I don't know. I got a great sword, and that was it.
I got a longsword that's pretty good. I got a pretty good paralysis longsword too, that has pretty extensive white sharpness. So I'm chilling, man. I got a pretty good ice sword too. So yeah, I'm hanging out. Did the Dante event. The Sakura event is on right now. So you got to fight in the arena. You got to fight a Rathalos, Azure Rathalos, I think. And then you get the Sakura outfit.
For the handler or your character?
For your character. Because you know how you could have Ryu? There's a Sakura now, too.
What? So would I be wearing a dress if I have a male avatar?
Yeah. Well, no, you just completely turn into Sakura, man.
Sakura?
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess it's a Street Fighter 5 version too, and she has, I don't know if she's an idol or something, but she has a little microphone and shit. That looks like she's singing and stuff. So,
dude, I bought the Chun-Li one for the handler, hoping that it will make the handler better.
Wait. Chun-Li? There's a Chun-Li handler?
Chun-Li, not her face doesn't change, it's just the costume,
Okay,
but
wait.
it's a DLC.
We're going to take a Google break real quick.
Look up Chun-Li handler. Yeah, I gotta look that up too.
Wait, why are you looking up? You have it, dude.
I just gotta remember what it looked
When
like.
did this happen?
Recently. Do you have the? That's the one with the Dante DLC.
No
emote.
way, huh?
Do you have that one where you're shooting guns?
No, I don't have the guns. Because you have to pay for that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the guns and I got this emote for her, but yeah, it's still the handler. It's just her in Chun-Li outfit, and I thought that would make
Holy
it
shit, dude. Capcom is just doing everything, dude. Just crossing everything over.
Yep. I'm supporting.
That is crazy. And can we get fucking Nicki Minaj the fuck out of here with her Chun-Li song, dude? Why are you trying to just use that name to get all this shit popping, man? Fuck out of here, Nicki Minaj. I was just not how to do anything with Street Fighter or karate kicking some bitches, man. Get the fuck out of here with that. But that's crazy, man. Holy shit, I did not know about that. Dude, what are the next events coming up then? Because right now it's the Sakura one.
I don't remember. I think Danny or Russ was saying something about like new map. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. That'd be sick. And shout outs to Capcom too for the humble brags that they put on there. You know what I mean? Oh, here's our 4 million user award package for everybody. They give you like a bunch of like gold wyvern prints and shit. We're patting ourselves on the back from having 4 million copies sold. Here you go, guys.
You know goddamn.
It's like the summer championship set. Hey guys, we're summer champions. Here's some free shit. Shout out to you, Capcom, for all your humble brags, dude. I love it so much. What else did I play? Dark Souls 3. So last week I platinumed Demon Souls. So I just feel like I have the biggest nuts in the world, dude. And I needed to
you gotta play Dark Souls.
Drag
the
them.
first one.
I just needed to drag these huge ass nuts all over the bosses in the Dark Souls 3 DLC. Because I bought it because the Dark Souls 3 just complete package was on sale for $20 one day or something like that. So I bought it, downloaded it, and it was just kind of sitting on my PlayStation. So since I had the momentum from platinuming Demon Souls, I started Dark Souls 3 DLC up, and I beat the shit out of it, dude. I think I beat it in 3 days. Yeah, from Tuesday to Thursday, I beat the DLC, and it's not too long. I want to say it's just about the same length as the Bloodborne DLC combined. There was just one boss that I was really, really scared of, and it was this dragon called the Dark Lord of Meteor or something like that. But anyways, he was just a pain in the ass. I thought I would walk in that fight and tear his shit up because I've been playing Monster Hunter for so long. You know what I mean? Like, I fight dragons all day. I could fuck up Teostra, some Valhazak, dude, some Kushala Daora. You know what I'm saying? Some Nergigante. We could fuck up some people like that. But this guy, oh my god, I forgot it was Dark Souls for a second. He's fucking quick. All of his attacks will take me down to like 1 health, dude. His flame breath takes up 50% of the stage and shit, man.
You have a shield?
And oh yeah, I have a shield, but I'm not blocking fire like that, man. It's not like what do you call it, dude? Monster Hunter, where you have that perk where you just take no damage. You know what I'm saying? And my stamina bar isn't as crazy as it is in Monster Hunter either. So that boss, I think I spent. I was preparing to dig in, dude. I was prepared to be stuck on that boss until the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But I beat him, I think, after maybe 10 or so attempts. I was fighting him for a good 2 hours or so, man. But that was the hardest boss I fought in that DLC. The last boss was kind of cool. He had some crazy attacks, man. But Yeah, man. My nuts have only gotten bigger, dude. I'm gonna be like that guy from South Park with his nuts in a wheelbarrow and shit. But no, now I'm ready. I'm ready for the Dark Souls remake, dude, which is this month, right?
Yeah, I think So are you gonna pick it up for the Switch or? Yeah,
No,
it's gonna be
so
for the Switch.
Switch got delayed, because for whatever reason. But
It's gonna be on PC.
yeah, it's gonna be on PC and PS4. So I think I'm just sticking with it and get on PS4, man. I was talking
Excellent.
I think I was talking to Jeff about like, oh man, because he's played all of them, right? And I asked him, I was like, do you suggest? Because I need a game to fill up these 20 days until Dark Souls remake comes out. And I asked him, I was like, you think I could finish Dark Souls 2 in 3 weeks? He's like, hell no.
Hell.
Because I guess there's 3 DLCs and the game itself is just fucking long. And I was like, all right, dude, I'll take your word for it. So now I'm here playing Mad Max.
Dude, you should play backwards. Yeah, since you played number 3, play number 2. Gets harder, and then you already remember what Dark Souls 1 felt like, and that one was like tough as shit because you're like rolling slow, you're fat rolling, and your stamina goes down really fast, and all that jazz.
I will say now, after playing Demon Souls, because I started off in Bloodborne, right? So I wasn't trying to use a shield for shit. But after playing Demon Souls, I think I've learned to appreciate the shields.
The shield?
Yeah. I was definitely blocking. Where there were points where I was fighting this dragon and I would have, especially in Monster Hunter, you know what I mean? I don't have a shield. I use a longsword, so I'm dodging everywhere, So in these situations where I would normally dodge, I was full on blocking. just no shame, dude. Just blocking into everything and just blocking and walking. Which is so weird. That's not my play style at all. You know what I mean? I like to be aggressive, just like Bloodborne taught me to be. But from just walking and blocking and then attacking, once there's that opening, once I block the initial hit, I just attack, dude. Playing it slow, basically. That's totally not the kind of player I am in those games. But
you're cautious.
I know. Fighting that boss has forced me to do that. So it's good times, man. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was fun. I'll say it was fun. It wasn't as challenging as I expected it to be. I think coming off of Demon Souls, too, it was just wild because Demon Souls is totally unforgiving with the bonfires they give you, dude.
Exactly.
There's only one bonfire in each area. But I was finding a bonfire every second fight in the DLC. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, dude, I guess I got a checkpoint already. Let me just refill my fucking Estus flasks real quick. But no, it's good. I guess there was only really... Because that dragon is optional. So it's really only like 3 boss fights that mattered. And they weren't even that crazy. There was one boss that's exactly like, what's his name, dude? Like Gurman from Bloodborne. This chick that uses a scythe. Which is crazy. And she has fucking 3 forms, dude. It was wild. She was like Gurman and what's her name? Lady Maria mixed together, dude. It was wild.
Ooh, yeah.
But
wait, that dragon.
Yeah.
You said you fought it in number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to picture because there's this dragon that I was having the most difficulty with. I think it might have been from Dark Souls 1 or 2. And it might have been with I forgot his name, the Knight, Astoria Knight or something like that. And there's a black dragon and he flies a lot and he breathes a lot of fire and shit like that. And I spent like a good week just trying to beat that guy. So good luck to you, my friend.
It was pretty similar, man. This fight, it was fucking annoying. Literally, that's where I appreciated my shields way more, dude. I think I even leveled up my strength a couple times just so I could hold a heavier shield. Definitely pissed off at that guy and playing it a lot slower. But no, it was a good challenge. I mean, I didn't rip any t-shirts or throw any controllers, so you were chilling. Like that's my metric for how hard a game is, if I rip any t-shirts, dude. But yeah, so yeah, now I'm playing Mad Max. It's cool. Just needed something different. It's a brawler. It's very similar to Batman, actually, where a lot of fist fighting encounters. Of course, you're in your car and just ramming shit. You have a gun, but it's very limited ammo. I'm waiting for there to be like a stealth portion, so I could just go around and choke people out without them knowing, dude. Because stealth is my favorite. But haven't run across anything where I could take that opportunity yet. Usually there's like snipers at outposts and they see me fucking right away. And I'm driving a big ass black car like straight into the campsite so they know I'm coming through. But I can't wait. I hope there's some kind of stealth feature on there. But yeah, man. What is next on the docket, dude? Sorry, I don't have the thing.
Before we go on to the next topic, I googled it, and his name is Black Dragon Calamite, and he's in Dark Souls 1 DLC. Okay. He is horrible.
Well,
he is horrible.
In about a month, I'll let you know how that fight's going.
Oh my god! I think it was because I was trying to go after his weapon. I think you had to break off either his horn or his tail, or something like that, in order to carve it. Not carve it. See, I'm using Monster Hunter terms now. In order to pick it up for and forge it with to get an axe or something like that.
Okay.
But it's a great sword. Never mind.
Yeah, I think I saw you fighting him, and I think I remember you were trying to specifically cut off his tail, and it was just taking you hours to.
Dude, it took me a week. Oh my god! Yep. Yeah, they cut off his tail. Yep. Okay, now I remember. I blocked it out of my mind.
Oh man, what were we talking about this week? Oh, that's what we were talking about. Old games that have new perspectives. So I guess we're talking about this because of God of War that just came out, and which I have not played yet. Have you played it yet?
Not yet.
Dude, I'm trying to get a PS4 Pro before I get this game, dude. I feel like I can't do it justice without playing it on a PS4 Pro. So I'm waiting for the trade-in values for PlayStations to come up so I can trade in my shit. I'm also going to trade in a bunch of games too, which is not actually, yeah, I'm going to trade in like Destiny, Call of Duty, World War II. What else? Metal Gear. I wonder if they'll give me a lot of money for Metal Gear, dude.
I don't think so.
Since it was free. I think it was free on Xbox this month too, dude. So RIP, man.
Yeah.
Konami is just giving that shit away. But yeah, so mainly because of the new God of War, those games were mainly fixed camera based. You know what I mean? You just saw the entire battlefield. I know if you got closer to enemies, the camera would focus more on Kratos. But either way, it's a totally new perspective from what we had before with God of War, with this God of War, where it's, traditional third person, camera behind the back of you going forward to all things, man. And I guess we just want to talk about how this has been successful for games out there that have changed their ways, and if there's any games where it was unsuccessful, where because of the changes the game turned into shit. So I know we were hard pressed to kind of find other examples, man. But what were you able to find?
I remember Naruto was like a fixed camera where it was like it was a versus kind of game, and it was like a side 2D fighting. And then I remember it was like Naruto Storm or something like that. It became like a 3D camera where the camera was like following either one of the players, and then I don't know. It just like completely changed the way you played Naruto. Because before you just like do your little combos and then your jutsus, but then now it's like you had to like plan it out.
It's about movement and stuff, right?
Yeah,
it's like
movement and positions.
Split screen fighting game, right? It's split down the middle, and you have to like position yourself to throw ninja stars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that one. There was a Dragon Ball game that was like that too, right? I think one of the Dragon Ball games was like that.
Where it was split in the middle? I think in PS2 maybe.
Yeah.
Might have been.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But I think that's
Street Fighter.
Awesome for a fighting game. Oh, Street Fighter. That turned into
Just
3D.
realized that. Yeah. 2D to 3D. Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, that one too. I don't know about the
Low-key?
camera.
No, the
Changed.
camera didn't change on those, but low key, I kind of like the 2D stuff better, man.
Me too. Like, cause it was more animated. And then I was talking to my brother-in-law, and he's been playing, or he played the old school Street Fighter, and he's like
Mm-hmm.
40, I think 42 years old or something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
he was just saying like he misses that animated kind of style
Yeah.
versus the 2D version that they're going into right now. So
Mm-hmm.
he was pretty hardcore too. He was really good with E Honda
Oh
and
shit.
Bison. So like literally, I always thought, I was like, nah, you're an old man. You can't get on my level with this stuff. Dude, he beat the shit out of me with E Honda.
Isn't E Honda top tier, dude? E Honda's like a top tier character, bro.
He was super pro. He was like telling me back in the day he played on the arcade and whooped the shit out of everybody,
Oh,
and I
shit,
didn't
dude.
believe it. I was
So
like,
you
nah,
know,
nah.
man.
Yeah, dude, he was pulling out moves I've never seen. Dude, E Honda was flying at
Oh,
this
yeah,
point,
man.
like completely. You barely touched the ground. I was like, oh my god. And then he was good with Zangief too, and I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" I thought I was good in video games, but not. Apparently not.
Dude, that's so funny. Because,
Uh,
you know, you have that in like real life, you know, when you play basketball at a gym or something. And there's like those old people that are playing basketball too. And they want to run a game with you. You know what I mean? You're like,
yeah.
all right, whatever, dude. We'll play these old people and whoop on them and shit. No, dude, they're the slickest motherfuckers on the court, man.
Yeah.
They're not the fastest, they're not the strongest, but they're like positioning, and they just have all these old school tricks that they can pull on you and shit. You're like, oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
getting bamboozled right now, man. So I can see how that could happen for Street Fighter 2. I think my favorite art style had to be Third Strike, man. Third Strike was great. I thought that was really the
Oh
one.
yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
That was the one I played a lot, dude. I think because Alpha was all right, but that was just Street Fighter 2 with like 50 million characters, man. I feel like Third Strike was pretty sick. It had a bunch of characters that have never been in another Street Fighter since then. Well, I guess Sean, the dude where he was like a huge fan of Ken. I forgot what his name was. I guess he's in Street Fighter 5, but he's like a background character, like he's somebody's brother in a cutscene.
Oh.
So RIP to him, man. But yeah, man, that's a good call. I think another main one out there that changed perspectives was Resident Evil. That's like the number one, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I think there's a clear divide in the fan base for Resident Evil. You know what I mean? You have a good amount of people that say Resident Evil 4 is the best Resident Evil out there. You know what I mean? And then you have those other people like myself that say, nah, man, Resident Evil, the OG was great. And the fact when they made the remake of the OG Resident Evil, it was better graphics, but the same kind of gameplay was even better, you know?
Yeah.
And I think what you'll find is the difference in those fan bases is definitely the age. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a younger fan base that loved Resident Evil 4. I remember not playing Resident Evil 4 for a long time, dude. Not until it was out on like PlayStation 2, I think. This was like years after it came out.
Are you gonna play it again?
Fuck no. I will say if the Resident Evil 2 remake that comes out is like Resident Evil 4, I might not play it, dude.
What?
Yeah, dude, I might not play it. I haven't played any of those. I haven't played 6. I haven't played 5. I was kind of digging Operation Raccoon City, but in the end, I didn't that get like negative reviews, dude.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
I just can't rock with behind the back survival horror, man. That doesn't work for me, dude. It's got to be the fixed cameras. That adds to it, you know?
Yeah, I think that was the same thing like Devil May Cry 2. Well, Devil May Cry 1 was the fixed camera, you know, you don't know what's going to pop around the corner. But then I think from 2 and above, that's where everything was like you can see more of everything and everything's more actiony and the camera kind of follows the character more better but you know, it just removed that kind of Resident Evil feel like what is really around the corner. I remember like going up the stairs in Devil May Cry 1, and then like a puppet like popped out of nowhere, and I like freaked out because and even though it was just a puppet, you know, like I was like legit scared. So I was like, I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
you know?
Dude, that has to be Resident Evil, the remake that first came out on GameCube. That has to be a standard for remakes, man, because they didn't just remake it; they made it's almost its own game completely. You know, I mean, the layout for the mansion is pretty similar, but you have items that could save you. You know, if you get grabbed by a zombie, I think you had a knife that you could use to avoid damage. There was a taser you could use to avoid damage. And then they introduced Crimson Heads, where if you killed a zombie but didn't burn his body or cut off his head, then maybe an hour down the road when you go into that same room, the zombie would pop back up and be like 10 times stronger, dude.
Shit.
So it's like, even though they remade it and it's more of the same, they kind of added a lot of new elements to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they just added a completely new boss, this like little hunchback girl that was the creepiest fucking part of that game, dude. I remember being really, really scared of that boss fight. But yeah, that's got to be the standard, man, because that was still a great remake. I never even owned a GameCube, man. What else changed, dude?
Mario went from 2D platformer to
Mario 64, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and even into an RPG, right?
Yeah.
There's Paper Mario,
everything.
Mario
yeah.
Super
Paper Mario too. Yeah, Jesus.
Mario just gets into fucking everything, dude.
He needs VR. They need to do VR Mario Kart.
They do. Did you show me the video for that one?
Yeah, but it needs to be official kind of thing. Oh wait, actually, it might have been official because it was actually in a Mario Kart.
Oh, that's right. The car they were driving around, little stock car. Yeah. What else we got, man? I had one at the top of my head.
You said Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. That's right, because that was mainly a turn-based game, right? And then all of a sudden, Final Fantasy 11. MMO, bros.
Yeah. Yep.
And then furthermore, after that, if you go to 12 and 13, even with 15, it's more of an action RPG now, right?
Yeah.
Tell me this. In 15, when you run across an enemy, do you like change to a battle mode? Or do you just have your sword out and you can fight him?
I think I can't remember. I think I automatically pull out my sword, and then the music starts playing. And then I don't remember how it was. It might have been similar to Final Fantasy 14, where you're like engaged, and then you see like a red line kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But you can run away, but some of the enemies chase you pretty far. I think I was running away from like really high level monster, and you wouldn't stop chasing me. So I had to like get in my car.
Yeah, it's get in your car, by the way. So that is a distinct change, where in Final Fantasy before you would just be walking in whatever area, then you would just run into a random battle, right? Like the screen would change and you would go into a fight mode or something.
Oh, like that. Like you'll transition to like a battle phase.
Exactly. So that's totally just out of the picture now, you're saying. So that
real time battling.
That's a change. Yeah. Now you tell me, do you appreciate the turn-based system more for Final Fantasy, or do you like where it's gone with like 13 and 15?
Well, before I thought, I was really accepting of it, but when I was playing 13, I put everything on autopilot, and everything was like doing everything for me. And I like the real time event. Like 15 pulled it off pretty good, like the battling in real time. I just have that nostalgic feel for the turn base. Yeah. So that's why I was recommending Persona 5. Because it brings that back, like you run into a battle and all of a sudden you're in that turn-based kind of battle phase, which allows me to calmly think of, okay, I can you drink a cup of coffee and see which are my best options. Versus real time, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta survive. I gotta give myself items. Yeah, because I remember there was like one scene. I think I even have a YouTube video of it of when I was fighting the girl Ariana or something like that. and I thought I was done with the whole level. You know, it was just the end of the area. I was like, all right, cool. You know, let's wrap it up, guys, and let's just get out of here. When we were like right when we were leaving, she like popped out of nowhere, and like it was just like a boss battle. And I was like, oh crap, this is an unexpected boss battle. So I had like to just really plan things out, and at the same time fight her and run away, and you know, keep slashing. You know, versus like turn based where I'm like, okay, let me think. Pop a item. But yeah, so that's what I missed mostly.
You know what's crazy is I never knew that you could change the battle system in Final Fantasy VII. There's one called Active, where no matter what, your timers are always running, right? And then there's one, I don't want to say it's called Not Active, but it's the opposite of Active. And whenever the timer goes up and the menu opens up where you could choose to attack, magic, or summon, all the timers stop. So you have that time to think and make that choice, right?
Yep.
I never knew that mode was there. So coming up and playing that game, I always played it on active mode. And I think that is how I play turn-based. You know what I mean? Where I'm not sitting back and taking coffee. I know if I take too long to make a decision here, the boss can just keep attacking me.
Second turn.
Yeah. But at the same time, I do appreciate that where with Final Fantasy X, they completely changed it to where it was turn-based. You know, you could fucking see 20 turns ahead when it's going to be your turn, right?
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that too. Just hanging out and, you know, eating lunch while fighting a boss at the same time, dude. Well, yeah, man, there's plenty of other games out there that changed it. I think we were talking about Zelda earlier too, man. That completely changed into a 3D game. And I think those where they're top down to over the shoulder third person, those are always a step for the better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Grand Theft Auto, I think we were talking about before too, where that used to be top down, but now it's the god tier. It's like the standard for third person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about mobile games, dude? For example, Tomb Raider. Well, and so we could say Tomb Raider changed like 3 times, dude. Tomb Raider used to be fixed cameras. Wait, was it fixed camera? I think it was. At certain points, Tomb Raider was fixed camera. And then with the remakes, it's over her shoulder, third person. And then with games like Lara Croft Go, dude, where it's like a strategy game. Do you appreciate it as a strategy game, or would you rather keep Lara Croft in an action shooter?
I don't know. I guess it touches on people's different flavors of what they want. You know, like I like playing different versions of Mario, like Paper Mario and all that.
Yeah.
You know, and then I guess people were very enthusiastic about that Mario Run game, even though that was side scrolling. It was just, I don't know. I like things. You know, if it can work, if it works, then yeah, let's do it if they can pull it off. But you know, there's a lot of games where, you know, stuff where they try to implement new changes. They go back to the original things. Like, for example, Mega Man, you know, like Mega Man's 2D side-scrolling kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they did Mega Man Legends. And even though it was pretty good, I just remember they went back to the side-scrolling. Mega Man Legends was the 3D perspective. And
yeah.
You're going through that, and then all of a sudden they just came back to the side scrolling where they went left and right. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on how well they can pull things off.
That's true. And with that example, I think it's too soon, maybe. You know, Here's a game where controllers weren't basically the dual joystick controllers, right? You had to control Mega Man in this 3D space with a fucking D-pad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
stuff like that.
Shit, if they came out with that today, that would be crazy. I think that game would sell out real quick.
I think so too.
And correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there a Mega Man RPG too?
Maybe? I think so.
I think there is a Mega Man RPG.
It might be on the 3DS. My cousin might have been and played it, yeah.
Oh, okay. There's one on PlayStation 2. I'm willing to bet that there's one on PlayStation 2. Because I think it all revolves around the same thing where Mega Man He's like a fucking computer antivirus or some shit like that.
Oh, that would be a cool ad blocker. Just have Mega Man blocking all the virus or just killing it all.
So I get what you're saying about you appreciating or seeing how one game series can jump into multiple types of gameplay. Mario's a great example of that, dude. I think Mario, whatever he does is great. You know, however you fit him into the world is awesome. Where you have the 2D side scrollers where your sole purpose is just saving Princess Peach, and then you have like the Mario RPGs where you get more of the backstory and maybe there's a monster besides Bowser that you need to kill or something.
Yeah.
Then you have Mario Party, which I like to envision in the lore is in between all the Mario games where everybody just gets along, has fun, just play these fucking mini games and shit.
I don't think people get along in real life if we play that game.
No, they don't.
People get super salty.
But the characters do. The characters do, at least. They can all stand to be in the same space together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just remember when I was playing like Mario Party. I think it was like at Scott's house, and then we were like playing with a lot of us, and I like stole a lot of somebody's stars, and that person was quiet in the entire game. And I was like, sorry, dude, I didn't mean to land on the square.
And they were probably winning too, man. That's what you gotta say. It's not personal. It's just business.
Shit, I gotta say that a lot.
They're all quiet and you steal their stars. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. I guess the point I'm trying to get to is there's games where it works like that, and there's games where it completely doesn't, where you change the gameplay and everything and it just fucking sucks, dude. And I hate to say it, dude, but Kingdom Hearts fucking sucks that you have to go from an action RPG to a fucking card game, dude. I know they remade it too, for the consoles, because that initially came out on Game Boy Advance, right? So I myself, I have the PlayStation 4, like Kingdom Hearts whole library, dude. And they remade that card game to have 3D graphics and stuff like that. And dude, if you could just get rid of the cards and let me play Kingdom Hearts as I did in Kingdom Hearts 1, dude, I'd be completely fine, dude. I don't need all this bullshit dungeon crawling with cards and having to anticipate my enemy's attacks so I know which card is higher than theirs, man. I would say a majority of the time, if you're going to change the gameplay, the perspective on your game, especially for modernization's sake, it works, just to stray that far from the gameplay, unless you're Mario, fucking sucks, dude. Because Mario can do no wrong, man. He could play Olympic games, he can play tennis, he can card it up. Mario could do fucking anything, man, and he'll be successful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we still have side-scrolling Mario. Mario Maker is a fucking thing, dude. So
yeah, super popular.
Yeah, he'll never die, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever came out with a Zelda RPG, if that would be hyped. How are what's those games called? Dynasty Warriors and all that?
Yeah. I think Hyrule something Warriors.
Did that get good reviews?
I think it's coming out.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet. Yeah. Okay. So that's, I guess, another game style where it kind of crosses over, man. But yeah, dude, I think for modernization's sake, going from your old school kind of perspective to the new school stuff works, but you got to be selective about it. Resident Evil 2, please have fixed cameras, or give us the option, dude. I don't think that would hurt at all if you just gave us the option.
Yeah,
to have a fixed camera or over the shoulder camera. I think that'd be sick if they gave us both options,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. That's it for us this week, dude. We didn't get any phone calls, so we're lonely out here talking to ourselves, man. I just checked it right now. No voicemail, so we're okay. But yeah, dude. Next week, I guess we could talk about crossovers, man. When video game universes overlap each other, whether it's stuff like Super Smash Bros. Or what was it called? PlayStation All Stars, dude.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Or it was exactly like Super Smash Bros. Except it was whoever got the Smash Ball first won. I think that was the only way to knock people out in PlayStation All Stars, was if you got that little Smash Ball. But anyways, we'll talk about the greatest crossovers in video game history. Woo. But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom?
If you want to get a girl, make sure you collect all of the stones.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Peace.